Hello, Newport. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I am so honored to be here with you today. And thank you, NEK-TV, for always letting me speak from the desk of the mayor to keep Newport updated. Thank you to Mike Brown, the Parks and Rec Director of Newport, for putting together a beautiful setting for our Memorial Day parade yesterday. And thank you to our treasurer and the VFW for allowing us to be honored to march in the parade honoring our veterans. Yesterday was Memorial Day, and we did have the parade and the service. And I just would like to reiterate yesterday that Memorial Day was an occasion for both grief and celebration, reflecting on the tragic loss of life and recounting the courageousness of military service. For those who have served, that day held the utmost significance while giving our country the opportunity to pay tribute and remember the lives that had been lost in defense of our nation. I quoted yesterday very shortly when I was able to present with such great speakers, Lee Greenwood, who wrote the song. And out of the words from his song was, "And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died who gave that right to me." That to me was profound and was necessary to get that statement out there to our veterans and their families. We said thank you, and our words were not hollow. We were sincere, and we meant it. It is very important for us to understand that Memorial Day represents that empty chair. People who didn't get to see their relatives come home, didn't get to see that part of their lives. And so we thank all of the families, and we thank all of the veterans, and we thank all of those who have served and will serve. And please keep their memory alive. Tell their stories. Don't let it be just one day out of the year. So thank you to everyone, because Memorial Day is the representative day of our freedom, the biggest sacrifice of all. And so I just want to reiterate, thank you to all who came out yesterday to honor those who served and whose lives were lost. I also have a message because we know that we have had two sludge issues. And I want the people to understand that we are paying, the council is paying very close attention to this. We're usually disappointed to hear that this has been an experience of a second leak of sludge into the Clyde River. And the first occurred just 2 months ago or a month ago. And while we're still waiting for more facts and we're still doing some research, our initial indications suggested that this was again an instance of human error, and it involved a shutoff valve. So we have been working with state environmental authorities to identify how to remediate the spill. While we understand that mistakes will happen, personally, this coming on the heels of a leak of only 8 weeks ago troubles me greatly. The City Council is going to be looking into whether the city's internal procedures and trainings are adequate, and we want to make sure that a reoccurrence does not happen. If the actual internal procedures are not accurate or compliant, we will be making changes. So please understand, this is not going to be overlooked by the council. Our community depends upon quality of our waterways and our natural resources. And the latest incident requires close and immediate investigation. I actually reached out to the commissioner in this area, and the commissioner contacted the people who are under his guidance. And as a leader, he made a very strong recommendation of the first steps of training that we should take. And I have forwarded that recommendation for information on to our city manager, who is going to be looking at that and getting me the information to secure that training for our city employees in this area. There has been a suggestion of putting in a valve turn-off system, an automatic system. That has not come before the council yet. We will have that discussion at the next council meeting, not tonight's special meeting, but at the next regular council meeting, because it is the council that decides on all contracts that are authorized, as well as the funding and finances of the city, as well as in this area. So we will also be looking at who, in fact, those bids went out to. I've been informed that only one company was given this bid, and I spoke to the commissioner, and while the commissioner does not make recommendations of who to bid, they are going to be supplying us with other people who we can bid to. So it's very important that it's not just one bid, especially if the bid is somebody who is possibly overseeing this situation anyway. So the council is looking into that bid process as well. It really is important that we know that our community depends deeply on the quality of our waterways and our natural resources. And so this incident does require close and immediate investigation and appropriate remediation. President Council Chris Vachon suggested to me that we should have a community forum to actually bring the public up to date firsthand on what is going on. I applaud that recommendation, and I will be working with the city to get appropriate date so that we can have that community forum, and we will bring in the information that we need the public to hear, and we will hear your concerns, and hopefully we will get this addressed. I mean, the key is, all of these years, there has not been a need for an automatic turn-off system. People have been doing their jobs. Big question is, when somebody is called away from their job, well, who called? Where did they end up going, and why wasn't the situation that there was water that was still going through the system? Why wasn't it said, hey, I have 15 more minutes to go, I have 20 more minutes to go? There are a lot of unanswered questions, and we will, as a council, be delving into this so that we can get our city safe, make sure that our water is as pure as we can humanly take care of. Tonight we have a special council meeting, and I hope that you come out, though I will tell you that the one item on the agenda is regarding fire department personnel issues, so it will be in executive session. So once again, you can wait for what happens when we discuss what took place, if any action has taken place at all. But it will be an executive session, so if you are there, you will not be able to hear the discussions because these are personnel issues. However, the fire department is very important to us. We know that Kevin Lacoste has done a phenomenal job of being our former interim fire chief. He not only did he step up to the plate, but he stayed on, and we had a little joke going where he was saying, okay, 30 days, okay, 60 days, and 8 months later, he was still there for me and us, okay, in the council. And so we applaud his dedication. He is now appointed back to the second chief, and the council made that appointment with great pride, and because we so respect everything that Kevin has done for us. And we're proud that he will be there. And we want to hear what our department has to say, because they keep us safe. Just like our police force, our fire department needs to be applauded. So I would like you to know that I am here for you because of NEK-TV. I also have my mayor's hours. Remember, Monday from 9 to 11 a.m., open up, come on in. You've been coming. It's fantastic. Wednesdays is by appointment only. And believe me, the appointments have been booking up. So please contact me if you need a one-on-one with me for a Wednesday. And I will do my best to get that appointment done for you. Newport, I thank you for your confidence. We're here. It's a lot of work, but our city will become compliant so that we can get federal and state funding, and we can take it honorably and proudly to do the best we can for Newport. Thank you, and have a wonderful week.